They say a mother's love is the purest love you can ever know, selfless, eternal, untouchable by betrayal. For most of my life, I believed that. My mom, Amelia, had been my anchor. My father was barely present, a man who spent more nights in hotels than at home, wrapped up in business trips that were really escapes from responsibility. It was always just Mom and me, and she used to hold my hand and whisper, "No matter what, sweetheart, my love for you is pure." I clung to that. When I was bullied at school, she defended me. When I fell sick, she stayed up all night by my bedside. When my heart broke after my first relationship, she told me that love can wound deeply but heal even deeper. To me, she wasn't just a mother. She was my safe place, the only person who made me feel wanted in a world that felt cold. But then, one night, everything I thought I knew about her shattered. It started with whispers. I was 23, living at home after university while trying to find work. One evening, I came down for water, and I heard her in the kitchen, her voice soft, trembling, like she was afraid of being caught. She was on the phone. "I can't keep hiding it anymore," she whispered. "He deserves to know, but if he finds out the truth, it will destroy him." I froze in the hallway, every nerve in my body going numb. He deserves to know. She wasn't talking about my father. He never deserved anything in her eyes. That left one possibility, me. I crept back upstairs, but her words burned into me, echoing over and over. The next few days, I couldn't stop wondering, what was she hiding? Why would the truth destroy me? I didn't have to wait long for answers. 3 nights later, she asked me to sit with her in the living room. Her hands trembled as she poured tea, and her eyes, usually so steady and full of warmth, couldn't meet mine. "Sweetheart," she began, her voice breaking, "you know I love you more than anything in this world. That love has always been pure. Please, never doubt that." Her words, instead of soothing me, made my stomach twist. Something terrible was coming. Then she said it. The confession that burned me alive. "Your father isn't really your father." She stopped, her breath shaking. I was lonely. I was broken. Years ago, when your father left for one of his long trips, her voice cracked. I found comfort in someone else. And that someone was your father's brother. I felt the floor give way beneath me. Her tears blurred in front of me, her hands reaching for mine. But I couldn't move. My chest felt like it was caving in. My uncle? The man who had bounced me on his knee at Christmas, who brought me gifts, who always smiled a little too warmly when Mom walked into the room. He wasn't just an uncle. He was my real father. I wanted to scream, but no sound came out. My throat locked. I just stared at her as the world I thought I knew collapsed. "You have to understand," she pleaded, clutching my hand now. "I never meant for it to happen. But he was there when I needed someone most. You were born out of love, not sin. I swear to you, my love for you is pure." Pure. That word again. It stabbed through me like a knife. Pure? How could she say that after confessing the darkest betrayal imaginable? My entire identity, my blood, my name, the man I had called father all my life, was a lie. And she dared call that love pure? I pulled my hand away. The room spun. My ears rang with the echo of her confession. All I could think about was every birthday, every holiday, every smile she had given me, and how behind each one was this secret. This forbidden truth. She had lied every single day of my life. "I didn't tell you because I didn't want to hurt you," she whispered through tears. "But keeping it inside has been killing me. You're old enough now. You deserve to know." I looked at her, and for the first time, I didn't see my mother, the woman who had protected me all my life. I saw a stranger. A liar. Someone who had burned my life to ashes with a single confession. The worst part? I could still see her love. Genuine. Raw. She wasn't lying when she said she loved me. But love without truth isn't love. It's poison. And it was killing me inside. That night, I couldn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling, thinking about my uncle. Did he know I was his son? Had my whole family known? Was I the only fool left in the dark? The thought made me sick. The next day, I left the house without saying a word. I walked for hours, replaying her voice, "My love for you is pure." But every time I heard it, it felt like fire under my skin, burning me alive. When I returned, she was waiting for me at the door, her eyes swollen from crying. "Please, sweetheart, talk to me. Hate me if you must, but don't shut me out. You're my everything." But I couldn't look at her the same way anymore. The woman who raised me, who taught me to trust love, had built my life on lies. She wanted me to understand, but all I felt was betrayal. Even now, as I write this, I don't know if I'll ever forgive her. Maybe one day I'll accept the truth. Maybe I'll even try to build a relationship with my real father, my uncle. But forgiveness? That feels like a word meant for saints, not for sons betrayed by the one person they trusted most. She said her love was pure. But her confession didn't feel pure. It felt like fire, and I'm still burning.